to another episode of the Entrepreneurial CPA Show. As always, helping you break free of the box and punch above your weight. Today we're continuing on our prior video on how do you succeed in the second half, how do you evolve in the second half of 2020. And this episode's all about vision. What does it mean to have vision for your firm and your practice? Because if you can't go to your clients, if you can't go to people you meet, you work with, your coworkers, your peers, and explain to them who you are and what you do and why you're there, it's going to be so much harder to find success because you don't have direction to where you're going. You don't have a roadmap you're following. You're just going through every day blind. You're repeating the same process of the day before. And no one's going to find success in this industry or any other with that mentality. We need to have clear direction for where we're going. What do we want to do? Who do we want to be? So I challenge you to think about that. What's the vision to start with just for yourself? If you're not a partner of your practice, you can still have this conversation with yourself. What's my vision? What's the value I provide to others around me? Can I articulate that to them? Do I have purpose? At the bigger level, the firm side, specifically, what's the value prop of the firm? What are you doing? So when you interact with clients, whether they're a new client or a current client, do they see you as more than just a tax preparer or an auditor? Well, to do that, you've got to be able to explain to them who you are and what you do. What's that value you provide? Are you trying to be the lowest cost provider in town for audits of tax returns? And that's part of your marketing message. We're the cheapest solution in town. Now that can work. That's a strong value prop. Really, like Walmart is incredibly successful being Walmart. McDonald's is successful being McDonald's. You can do that. But you got to embrace that. If that's who you want to be. Embrace that low-cost, efficient provider. And wrap your messaging, your marketing, your branding of your firm around that. But if that's not who you want to be, is it maybe something you want to be more like Apple? You want to be the most high-advanced, best accounting firm in the area. You're so far ahead of the peers, your services, your solutions, everything you do. If so, once again, that's going to be an incredibly successful value proposition for a business, just like Apple. But that's going to be part of what you do. Everything you do in that case has to be excellent. Has to be better than anybody else in town. From your website, your business cards, the way you prepare tax returns, the way you deliver tax returns, everything you do has to be the best that there is. And that can be a lot to do for firms. That's why I don't see too many firms executing on that value prop unless they've got a very, very small niche practice that's focused in one area. So they can really just kind of wow them across the board with everything. The third option, can you know your customers better than anybody else? We call that customer intimacy. And this is a great area today for firms to get into because it goes hand in hand with kind of that subscription model and value pricing. You're providing your customers access to you, to your expertise, to your knowledge, and you're saying, I know you better than anybody else. I'm going to get the right work done for you at the right time, cater to who you are, and really focus on what are the problems they face today. In this area, this is going to be your value. This is part of your vision, is understanding your customers. You got to make sure you truly understand them and what their pain points are. And that's especially going past just doing the tax return. If you want to be an efficient tax prep shop, do that all day long. But if you really want to know your customers and demonstrate your value in that space, that's what it's all about. Understand them, meet with them, talk with them, have conversations with them. Now is one of the best times ever in the world to call 5 clients a week and have a conversation checking in how you're doing. Hey, this is Garrett from C3 Advisory. I'm making these calls myself. I want to check in and see how you're going in the second half of 2020. What are your problems? What are your concerns? How can we help you understand what the challenges you're faced with and then help you find solutions to those challenges? Don't wait for them to come to you. You go to them, demonstrate your value, helping them clarify direction. And that can be one of the best parts of having vision today because you know what you're trying to do. You know where you're trying to go. You know who you want to be as a practice. If you can't have vision today, you're not going to find success at the path going forward. Technology and people don't matter. Start at step 1, vision. What's the vision for the firm today? Who do you want to be? What do you want to do? How do you want to interact with your customers? How do you want them to perceive you? Now is a great time to rethink your firm, your practice, evolve into the future, Change how you operate. Make a leap forward. And have a clear vision for who you are and what you want to do. If you're not sure how to get started, that got your wheels turning, but you're really not sure, hey, how do I do this? How do I change the vision of my firm? Reach out to me. Happy to spend some time with you and kind of talk it through. Get you started on that right path so you feel comfortable charting a path forward to being successful. Because like we talked about in the last show, if you're not a firm today that makes this leap forward and changes to be successful, you probably don't have a path forward as a firm anymore. Now's the time to change and evolve and not get left behind. So thank you for watching. Make that step. Build that vision. Have that vision at your practice. Like I said, questions, reach out. Happy to help. And happy as always, click to subscribe to the YouTube channel. And as always, we challenge you today to take action to change the world and invest in yourself.